Betty? Betty? Betty?
She's left, Joe.
Of course she hasn't. Betty?
She's left, Joe, because you kicked her out.
I was angry.
She could tell. The whole of old fucking Trafford could tell.
Well, I have good reason. Every time I go out, every time, spot, turd on the carpet. Strategically placed, dead centre, one pace in, it's like a reflex.
It's a message.
A message?
She misses you.
She resents me having a night out, that's what it means. Betty, time for brekkies.
It was a great night though, wasn't it? You were off your face.
Betty!
I'd mind where you step.
Why, is something wrong?
Dog shit.
Oh, Jesus!
You can't always see it on this floor.
Oh, God, does she always do that?
I'd put some socks on, mate.
New sign, Betty. But I left a tray of biscuits from the bus stop back to here. I've done my best. Harry Pitt! We didn't wake you, did we?
Last night, yeah, it was a bit noisy.
You were K-lined.
I had taken liquor, yes. Sorry about that. Not a good impression of your new landlord. I know you need your sleep. A working boy with a proper job. Take a seat. It's just dog here. This is Trigger.
Trigger as in only fools and horses.
Trigger with an A.
As in the porn label. Do dances.
They do, Tom.
Harry, why not tell Trigger about your exciting UK tour?
Oh, well, we were in Brighton last week, then Manchester this week, Nottingham Theatre Royal, I forget the rest.
2 matinees and 5 evening performances. So go, go, go.
My first big tour.
Isn't your life trick? If you don't mind me saying, I could tell you were dancing the minute I saw you. So Bobby talked.
Is a dancer's tool, his instrument.
And like all their instruments, it needs blowing regularly. Thanks, David. Well, welcome to the second city. The real one, not that village in the Midlands.
Last night you were down Canal Street.
Girls' night out.
I'm only here for a week, I don't suppose I'll have much time for partying.
Oh, all work and play.
Pretty much.
Lads, this tea set me off. I'm going to have to have a dump.
Sorry about him. He's stopped in his own room. We're not...
Oh, no, he's a top guy.
But not very communicative this morning. Usually he's a gobby little shite, but he's useless with booze. Half a bitter and lend it before you can say John Thomas has got his top of dancing on the table. Next morning, tango the central. About last night. I am sorry.
No worries.
It's Betty's fault. She's old and daft and
And incontinent.
it's anxiety. She depends on me, bless her. So, sorry about the noise.
Come on, look, it's fine. A week of work and then 4 hours on the train from Brighton. I could have slept through anything.
Good. It's lovely when you're young, you can just sleep like that. Like a puppy. So, just interesting. Why did you pick me?
Why did I take a room here?
Hmm?
Well, it just kind of happened. The agency gave me 3 choices. I had a retired vicar in Chapel on the Frith. He seemed a bit far out of town.
Sounds sad and clingy. He'd have knit a new drug strap by Wednesday.
Or there was 2 dental technicians in Whalley Range, I think. Dick and Dan.
He's fat with a beard, and he's fat with a beard. I know them. You escaped a week of reminiscences about their camper van holidays in Cambodia.
Or there was you, the Old Trafford option. Low travel times. I thought you were the most professional. Rapid email responses, loads of Facebook feedback, loads of likes. It was easy.
Tell the truth, you're my first.
Never.
Really? My first effort at random theatrical digs. The 2 in the water. You're the 2.
So far, so good.
Thought I'd give it a go. Bit of an income. An ever-changing parade of beautiful faces. And it puts me back in touch with business, which is nice.
Oh, you were a dancer?
Yeah. More vaudeville, or burlesque. Avant la lettre. Ever heard of my preacher It is sensational. Big hit in the pubs and clubs. I was besties with Foo for the Ma, and not in terms with Lily Savage in her early foul-mouthed days. I modelled Margarita on Mrs. Thatcher. She was a kind of Spanish Mrs. T. I'm not saying it's politically coherent, but El Dorado was launching on BBC One, and I had the lips for it, and the deep brown eyes. It was a good thing. You bought this place.
Cool.
Yes. So, success.
I've only seen a drag act once at a pub in Vauxhall.
Ah, the old arts still survive in some form. You enjoyed it?
So. It's not really my thing. Any chance of some toast?
Yeah.
Still, it's been good to you. Well, obviously.
I did all right. Do all right. Anyway, you found your way here.
Yeah?
And you're making your Manchester debut.
Yes, I'm quite excited.
So what is it you're into?
It's called Valse Bourgeois. It's an all-male company. We've had good reviews.
False bourgeois.
No, Valse.
Valse, V-R.
Meaning waltz. Music by this weird old gay composer. We kind of all waltz around together. It's very Downton Abbey meets the millennials. It's challenging. Sexual.
I'll Google you. Big break, I suppose.
Sort of. There's not a lot of quality work for a freelance with a classical ballet training.
Harder shot. Oh, Deborah.
Hey!
I wouldn't say I'd be Manchester at Sadler's Wells,
Oh
but
no, come on, that was good.
I did a bit of ballet work once, long ago. Poise, balance. Mrs. Thatcher needed a lot of balance. That woman had a fantastically high centre of gravity.
Well, you remembered, and ballet is all about memory.
What about muscles?
No, you have to work your mind and your body. You have to make your body remember and your mind ache.
And when you've done that, you're looking gorgeous. Well, maybe if you get a chance. If you give me a few brush-up lessons, remind me what my fifth position is.
I'd love to, only I've got rehearsals, company class.
Forget it, sleep me, you're here to work.
Yeah, 5 evening shows, 2 matinees.
Well, maybe if you did just get half an hour, it would be such a treat.
Let's have a look. Okay, so called at 12 today, 10 AM for the rest of the week. Company class, tech rehearsals. No, the window, sorry. I like to think of myself as a small business. Dancers don't get very long. I might be, 35 when my career fizzles out, if a bad fall or a break doesn't take me out first. No, I'm going to need contacts and savings and probably another job. I mean, you must know all this. Showbiz is no bit of roses.
No.
You're one of the winners. I couldn't afford a place like this, maybe never. I'm going to have to be prepared.
You're very sensible. What was that?
What?
That noise. Dad, I know it anywhere. That's Betty. Chesnikoff. Look, excuse me. Top yourself up with tea and whatnot. I'll be back in a minute. Coming, babes!
Hi. Better?
Oh, defo. Amazing how much you can store inside you. Oh, I see Brian's been looking after you.
Yeah, traditional breakfast.
You weren't offered bacon, were you?
No.
Tea always gets me going. The urge to purge. Just lucky breezers don't have the same effect.
That's your tipple.
Oh, breezers, cider, lager, shots, you know. That'll be the stairs, sorry. Content settle in transit. I expect he's been a bit nervy.
Brian?
Yeah, you're his first, you know.
Sorry, did you want some toast?
Oh, cheers, mate.
Yeah, he did say something about me being the first. It's hard to believe. Do you know where he keeps the bread?
Just watch out for the traps. Just a precaution, there's, I haven't seen any for ages.
Yeah, how long is ages exactly?
Ages, weeks, few days.
Oh.
They've got evil little faces and I don't like them looking at me. There's none in there now though, is there?
No, non-visible, but You know, if the agency had known, they'd never have put this place on their books.
Well, they don't know. And we'll proper pest control. It's expensive. And Brian, he ain't made of money.
Yeah, I suppose there were clues.
Don't get me wrong. Brian, he's a good lad, but he's not altogether there. Showbiz mind. And it's been tough for him since they stopped the benefits.
Stopped.
They say he's not depressed enough. A lot rides on you, on this, the landlord stuff, and he don't want to cock it up. I'll tell you what, there's some hazelnut spread over there. I'll have some of that.
No sign of Betty. I followed the coffin to the corner of Chester Road, but nothing. We were out in the yard all last summer, weren't we, Trick? Larking and whatnot. And now, all I can see of her out there are her little fossilized sausages of shit. I expect this looks foolish. Harry, I'm sorry. Again, I keep apologising, don't I?
No worries, it's fine.
But it's just a dog.
Oh, come on, she's your dog.
Don't. It's just, I keep thinking, what if she's gone off to commit suicide?
For fuck's sake, Brian, dogs do not commit suicide.
There's been all the signs. Depression, poor appetite.
She's allergic to fleas. It's an allergy, a flea allergy. And basically, it's making her hair come out, you useless queen. Listen, alright, Betty has not done herself in.
I could tell she wasn't happy. And you'll have to excuse me. I'm not normally like this. I'm a bit on edge, you'll see. What with everything.
Okay, look, come on, what are you doing this morning? This morning, now, come on. Remind you of fifth position. A refreshing dancing lesson.
Would you?
It'll take your mind off Betty. Come on, she's going to be fine. She'll be back before you know it.
Oh, you are a wonderful boy. But we'll be so impressed.
For fuck's sake, Brian, give it a rest.
You're heartless!
If you're gonna pounce around, I'm off.
Jeremy, Kyle, ignore him. It's just jealous of you. Yes. I'll take something suitable off.
Hello, it's Joseph. So,
Alright, boss.
yes,
Excited to see me, aren't you?
oh yes, every day. Nice weapon now, you know?
You don't like Liam, do you?
No, I don't.
How long's war?
I'm livid. My heart's racing because he's such a low-life. And I go, oh, shut up.
Turn that down, Trigger Pet.
I'll get
Turn it down!
I'm delighted to take more money and I'm not sorry.
Ready? Hey, you really have done this before.
I put a lot of work into Marguerite, you know. You get the posture right, you get the character right. Of course, it wasn't just posture that gave Marguerite her verisme. Marguerite was a labour of love. Has been ages on the costumes. People adored the costumes. Man work, along with the wig, shoes, sombreros. Oh, look.
Are you ready to try a few petits jetés? Okay. Starting third.
Margarita had her own wardrobe, her own luggage, her own fucking toiletries.
Couple of coupes. Ready?
In the end, it was like being married. You had your ups and your downs, but you were tangled up.
That's it.
To think of splitting up, that was a couple of coops too many.
Sit down. No, come on, you really need to push through it.
You push if you want to. Margarita's not for pushing.
Do you still perform?
Margarita. She's under the bed in the suitcase.
You know, that sounds a little bit Fred West.
The moment has passed. I mean, who remembers Thatcher? I mean, really remembers. You weren't even born when she was kicked out. 1990. As Marguerite used to say, we are leaving now after 11 glorious years.
The Thatcher resignation. It's definitely all history. Mind you, I suppose you could always update the act. How about Margarita Ole goes Theresa May?
I couldn't afford the shoes, or the leather trousers. No, I think Margarita's had it. It was brilliant for a few years, the 80s. But then work just tailed off. By the late 90s, no bookings, nothing. I mean, whoever dreamed there'd be no need in this country for drag queens? Much like the coal miners knew, really. We were wiped out by the Tory government. The whole English way of life collapsing. One minute you can't do enough repeats of My Way, Costa del Sol version with maracas and a huge frog. The next, Damien McKellen's having tea with the Prime Minister. Gay is officially okay. So it's final cut and back to the dressing room for
I suppose times change, don't they? We all moved on, out of the ghetto.
There was plenty of well-paid work in the ghetto.
Well, yeah, but it's better now, isn't it?
Are you
A
saying,
price worth paying.
you're saying we've grown out of drag, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, maybe.
Eddie Izzard, Grace and Pear?
Oh, come on, they're not drag queens, are they? Not female impersonators. You're not supposed to laugh. They're straight, they're transvestites, pushing boundaries.
Well, it's a funny old world in which a straight man can make a living out of wearing a frock, but gay men can't.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what. I don't really know anything about you, you know? Except that you're a dancer.
Well, what do you want to know?
Well, first things first. Have you got a boyfriend?
No.
Not toughy like you, I'm surprised. Anyone on the horizon?
I haven't really got time. Career comes first. I've lots of friends, though. How about you?
Oh, God, no. Occasionally I dab the old undercarriage with a bit of cologne and sell it forth to suit my fortune. No boyfriend.
Okay. And, Trigger, well, he's a tidy lad.
He does have a roguish swagger about him, but to answer the question you didn't quite ask, no, he's unattached. Certainly not attached to me. Well, not like that, anyway. You wouldn't kick him out of bed, then?
Trigger? No, probably not.
It was in a porn film, you know. Job Seekers Orgy 4. Played Scally with a dildo. The demanding part. It was nominated for a ditty.
Proper porn star, now that is cool.
Not yet. Retired now, of course. The Norma Desmond of anal play. He lives on the memory.
Are you ready to try a little bit more?
It's all the same. I didn't stretch anything.
No, it's fine. You go at your own pace. In that case, I think I'm done too.
You look like you enjoy it. Dancing.
I do, yeah.
Don't tell me. It's Michael Flatley all over again. You dance because you made a bargain with the devil.
No, I dance because I enjoy it. Look, have you ever sat and listened to some music and, I don't know, you've tapped your foot for a while and you've moved around a bit, let the music move you, swayed, and you've done it all until somebody interrupted or until you felt silly or self-conscious? Well, imagine if nobody ever interrupted. Imagine if it just kept on feeling amazing. That's why I dance.
You tell a lovely story.
So, can I ask you a question?
I suppose so. Though, please, not for my beauty secrets, I shan't tell.
I just wondered what you do these days, these post-drag days. What do you do?
Well, cooking and cleaning, obviously. I keep house for you. Keep house for you now, my lodger. What's the occasional personal appearance?
Oh, you do PAs?
I did a car shoering with Margaret Thatcher in 2006. Howdy. I climbed out the back of this big fuck-off family car and said, rejoice, rejoice, we are a grand mother.
But no return gig.
Alas, no. The bottom's fallen out of the Margaret Thatcher market. Which is where you come in, of course. Aye. And with a bit of luck, if so's pleased, and so's accommodation agencies pleased, there'll be more theatrical visitors. I have a house full of spare rooms. Choose and
Make your assets work for you.
stage one of my escape plan.
Escape plan.
Well, it's all just ideas. Early days. A cabaret club. Smart. VIP lounge. Red rope across the door. Real class. Managed to put lapped up. But we need a backer, obviously. You know, I sometimes think I got stuck into a bit of a rut.
Keep pushing, work hard, come on, anything can happen.
Sometimes how it feels. Anyway, it's okay for you. You're young. You've got lots of future ahead of you.
You're talking like you can't change anything.
Can't lose belief in yourself. Let's keep counting. Money does it. Betty's up there now, coughing a little heart up. That means the world to me.
Oh, shit, look. Hey, come on, it's not that bad. Look, okay, when we started rehearsing the dance at the Valse Bourgeois, the dance in the show, I could not see how it was going to work, how we'd get through it, because there's 6 of us and we're all standing under separate spotlights, far apart, and then the music starts, and we waltz. 6 of us, together but apart and blind. You can't see anything because of the glare. So, how do we do that? Together, apart, no partners, and blind. How?
Practice. Intuition.
No. Listen to the music. You listen to the music and it tells you what to do. And we're all listening to the same music, so we all do the same thing. And despite the impossibility, despite it seeming impossible that you could all make it to the end together, you all do. And it looks great.
That's deep.
No, it's practical. You listen to the music, do the right steps, and it all comes out right in the end. Okay?
Okay.
So, listen to your music.
Thank you.
No worries.
I'll do as you say. And then what sounds fabulous. I'd like to see you perform. I expect you look amazing. You already look amazing. I mean, dancing.
Maybe you could come and see the show. A couple of comps shouldn't be too difficult.
You are. You're a doll. Look, thanks for the counselling. And the warm-up. See? More flexible already. Ready to face the music. Just move a bit of this up here. Yes, okay. Well, I think I'll go have another trill down Chester Road. See if Betty's about. Do for our kids, eh? Betty! Betty!
There's this fucking mong on Jeremy Cartwright. Says she's a sex addict, fucking state of her. Hair in an Arndale nap, so tight she can't close her mouth properly. I'm gonna have a brew. Do you want one?
I'm sorted now.
And the audience are retards. The wankers are shouting, "You go, girl, you go!" She wants to learn to hold back a bit. There's some biscuits up here. Hobnobs, gypsy creams. Do you want a biscuit?
Not really.
No. Don't suppose you get ripped stuffing your face with gypsy creams, do you? So, where's his ladyship gone? Bottled out of his little dance session.
No, he was here. We did a few jetés.
I bet.
He's good. Poised.
Poised on the brink of a nervous breakdown, yeah?
Yeah, you did seem a little bit nervous about Betty.
Betty this, Betty that. Wake up, mate, it's all fake. You've seen the worms round that dog's ass. It's weeping maggots. Looks like she sat in a plate of ice pudding. You ought to be reported. Animal cruelty. I was worried when Brian said you was coming.
Why?
A dancer. I thought limp-wristed, singing show tunes in the shower, you know.
No, that's a common misconception.
The camp guys, they just don't do it for me.
No, nor me, mate.
I mean, got nothing against them. Live and let live. Just fem's not my thing. I'm a man's man.
Straight acting.
Like you. Long story short, I wasn't a big fan of this whole theatrical digs thing. The house filling up with poncy posh boys and women with loud voices and drink problems, you get what I'm saying? But, because me and Brian, we've got a cosy little thing here, and it'd be like breaking up the family. Because he looks after me, and I look after him. The odd couple. We get along. Not sexually, no fucking way, no dice there, mate. But you know what really got me worried? What really got me sweating? It was fear that Brian couldn't cope. Well, you've seen him, eh? He's fragile. He can't hardly make a piece of toast on his own. And him, Brian, running a business. Toast on the table every morning. Invoices in all the right order. Him, Brian. Has he told you about the cabaret club?
Yeah. Red rope in front of the door.
Yeah, I humour him. It's cruel not to. I mean, he's entitled to his dreams, but you can't live on dreams, can you? Dreams aren't for life.
Do you know, you are a very caring guy.
I can be very caring. I can take very good care of you. An athlete with a nice tight butt.
Work. Time for work.
The respect for your self-control, mate.
Quick shower and then on to the tram.
She's back! Betty's back, I found her. Round the back of the Happy Walk, face plastered and charming, but very pleased to see me. Wheezing with joy she was.
Oh, you must be so relieved.
Yeah, look at him, he's like a big kid, he's all made up.
I am. She's in the yard, and you know what? She's found a friend. There's a little collie dog with just the one eye, but what it does with it would break your heart. So much feeling. The collie must have followed her down the gillum. They're out there now bidding their adieus. One last body sniff. You give that Betty a bit of old-fashioned daddy love, have her up here on the table, give her a brush of her life. Brushy, washy, doggy, woggy, get all the knots out with Betty love. The knots and the scabs and the fried rice.
Oh, you must be so relieved. You were really worried about losing her.
Harry Pitt, I can't pretend. Betty and me's been together for 10 years. It's the oldest relationship I've had in my life. You know, this has really given me a lift. But you know what else, Harry? You were right. I really think I'm beginning to hear my music.
No, you embarrass me with your love. It is an honor to be here in the England Working Men's Club. I love to be here, really. Here in, where? Donde estamos ahora? Wigan. The Spanish Prime Minister is I make official visit. I am here to see and learn from your great Mrs. T. Is vegan full of manners? Yes. Deep peaks and big sweaty men. Who you got in tonight? Nobody? Silence. I know you're out there. I can smell you. Any miners in? Any miners' wives? Hey, hi, love. What's that? You won't cross the picket line? Having a tough time. I know I am. Tell the truth, I'm not even sure what a miner does. See a load of butchmen, whew, my mind goes blank. That handbag, smart, isn't it? Be nice to get some new frocks though, wouldn't it, girls? Oh, hello, dear. Oh, that's nice, that top you're wearing. Did you knit it yourself? Oh, very sexy. It's fab with the chunky cords. Look, it's been lovely chatting, but, well, this isn't bringing down the government, is it? Hey, where's my donkey? Sir Geoffrey? Sir Geoffrey? Aloha. You been having fun, Sir Geoffrey? Si, Margherita. Playing with your money supply again? You wet the donkey. Hi.
Hi.
First night trying.
Oh, yeah, it was good, thanks. We all made it to the theatre and there were no trips or falls. There was an audience and they clapped, so it was good, yeah. You all on your own?
Sort of. Drinks upstairs. Bar for night. Down to his third refill. He's been up there hours. And Betty's been out with her new doggy pal, One-Eyed Susan. Big party faces on when they left. So who knows? She may not be back until the morning.
So, come on, what's all this lot?
This is Margarita.
No shit. Margarita was big on Debenhams.
Affordable style for the modern woman. It was her way.
Yeah, this lot must have filled the room.
It did. It does. I decided it was time to move on. Margarita's gone. And the back bedroom could have another Harriet. Two Harriets.
Two?
Not to be a landlady. Then let's do it properly. This is discards. This is keeps. And this is don't knows.
So, what goes where?
Well, this is an obvious discard. Period. Without being classic. Doesn't fit me anymore. I really need the pill tax rags to make it work. Great routine, though. I sang the Burger song in a heavily political context. This one's a bit more iffy. Nice colour. Could work worn with confidence. Reminds me of Boris Johnson. But could I use the wardrobe space? Yes, I could. And this, though, is probably for keeps. Dates from the Malvinas period, as I like to call it. Potentially very troublesome for Margarita, for obvious ethnic reasons. But in fact, what was the making of her? I had this papier-mâché costume of an aircraft carrier. I used to invite you, Mr. Pelton, with tapas. We closed on. Rule Britannia! Britannia rules the waves! Heavy on subtext in the castanets. Once seen, never forgotten. I bought a taste with the first night, sir.
So, they're all sentimental keeps then?
Not quite all. With up-to-the-knit accessories, I might look quite soigné in some of them. There may be a widow look. No?
I'm not sure.
But on you? Oh, fantastic. Oh, bless. He's frightened of a blouse.
No, I'm not frightened. Just not me.
Well, maybe it's not perfect for your colouring.
No, but I just don't think that's funny.
Oh. I see.
It's just like an old joke.
It's just dressing up. Giggle.
It's not just dressing up, it's... Look, Throwing on a sequin bustier is not just throwing on any old thing for a giggle.
Choice. Yes. You make choices too. Those clothes didn't just fall onto you.
This is just guy stuff, normal.
But chosen. When you bought that and this and decided to pair them with those, you were putting on a costume, deciding how to look, for effect. It's a performance. Drag compared with Marguerite, I'll grant you, but a performance. Voila. A regular guy.
It's just what guys wear.
It's what some guys wear. Straight ones who can't dance. You're in disguise. And the gay way of going in disguise is drag, so you're in drag. Drag.
Come on, you know that's just silly.
Is it? So, let me ask you, if this is so natural and effortless what you're wearing here, how come you don't look exactly like, say...
No, okay, so yes, I've made some slightly different decisions, but Trigger just comes out the way he is because that's the way he is.
Man glad in his natural state, wearing the indignated costume.
Yeah, sort of. He is what he is.
If you'd met Trigger's family, you wouldn't say that.
Pardon?
Trigger's folks. Not exactly characters out of Shameless. His brother Dougal is a certified accountant from Denton, married to Pam, also a certified accountant from Denton. Dougal thinks wearing a pair of blue Harbour jeans is pretty wild stuff. And he lives and sounds about as mank as David Cameron.
You're just muddying the waters.
Dougal went to Stockport Grammar, and so did Trig, until the book became too much for him. And Trigger's real name is Dylan. Dylan Desmond from Drawsland. Yes, really. His parents, Diane and Dave, were heavily into alliteration and magic grammar. Sister called Trude. No, not entirely. But look, tracky bottoms and all that are not Trigger's second skin. They're a costume. He puts them on, he takes them off. There's nothing natural about him, except for the cheeky grin. And he genuinely is a Dylan.
Dylan, honestly.
Really? But Trigger suits. He likes it. I'm not judging.
Yeah, no, but...
I'm not judging you either. You look lovely.
And your point is?
Life isn't always what it seems.
What? Oh. Yeah, I suppose so. We've got anything to eat? Big hungry athlete here.
I feel not too well provisioned.
Anything will do?
Doesn't have to be anything. I have some stalk here. Some Weetabix. It's fairly old stalk.
Any milk?
Milk, sorry. I could do you a cup of instant. Oh, and there's Trigger's special hazelnut spread. Expecting that you have some. Growing boy like you, out dancing morning, noon and night. You've got to have something. Why not put the hazelnut spread on the Weetabix? Imagine you're in a French cafe. Sip of your black coffee, maybe a little cereal. C'est la vie parisienne. Some clean plate somewhere. I'm not much good at this, am I? Being a landlord. I meant to go down to Asda, but you know, excitement.
Look, it's okay. I'll be okay.
My first test, and I failed it.
Come on, don't be so hard on yourself. At least you've started sorting all this lot out.
I'll get my act together, promise. Tomorrow, roast chickens, haunches of venison, the lot. But I took your advice.
What advice?
I took the bus down into town, called into a few state agents, and look what I found. Just off Upper Chorlton Road. Former funeral parlour, ample parking, ideal for conversion, subject to appropriate consents, etc.
And?
The Hot Club de Stretford. Little bistro tables with silk-shaded lamps, miniature stage, dusky pinks, gold, very 1950s, discreet dining, jazz and blues atmosphere, a hollow theme.
And a red rope in front of the door.
Red rope? Yes! 2 floor shows, 1 at 9 for the early birds, and the full bar at midnight, me comparing your Empress of the Blues, your Queen of the Night. Yes, I do. I'm running ahead. Running before I can walk, but it's exciting, isn't it? Inspiration. Something to aim for in all this.
Well, there is a lot of it. Margarita was definitely up order. And it's not just a daydream, is it?
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's a tune I can dance to. I clear out the spare bedroom. I get my food bag out together. I get more lodgers, earn some money, and
Then you face the music.
something like that. This stuff. It's mostly old rubbish, isn't it?
Well, it's dated, certainly.
A bit small these days. Though on the plus side, I've now got the tits for this. Don't worry. It's loud, but it's not explosive.
Yes, somehow I can't see Mrs. Thatcher in this.
That is a strange thing. So what do you think? Keeper, or it goes onto eBay?
I thought you was one of us, mate.
Harriet was critiquing Margarita's wardrobe. On the whole, I think it got low marks. Too many patterns and not enough fabric choices, wasn't it?
All a bit too much like ladies' dresses.
You'll be as dry as no towel, whatever. Kettle on.
Brian said that you'd been to the gym.
Every day if I can. The 6 PM shift. You can get a few tasty suits in there if you time it right. Lawyers, accountants, the occasional chartered surveyor.
Looking good.
The way I see it is if I burn 10,000 calories a month, I'm free to eat anyone I like. That's what I said. So how was the show? First night success?
Yeah, it was good, thanks. We were a little bit
Oh, I bet
tricky.
you got a huge round of applause, didn't you? Look, 1 minute. Brian, you couldn't be a pal and let us have 50 quid, could you?
What do you need £50 for?
My direct debit for the gym went out at a really inconvenient moment.
You don't have a direct debit. You don't even have a bank account. That little trunk with the ginger hair and spots that you for free.
Don't be unkind, Brian.
He buzzes you through in return for blowjobs.
I can't help it, Brian, if people want to help me. Come on. Margarita wants to help his little friend.
I have bills to pay too, you know. Lecky, gas, countless specialist subscription websites.
You can give us 50 quid.
I can't.
You can. You can.
Ah, you beast! See, it's in my treasure chest. There you go.
Oh, cheers, mate. Is that brew on its way?
Scald you, as your conscience should.
He gets very touchy about money.
Yeah, secret millionaires always do.
If that were true, you wouldn't be interested, but we were discussing the cabaret club.
Oh, aye.
And your brother.
Tidy lad is our Dougie. Has he been boring you?
No, not at
He can
all.
get very boring.
No, it was interesting. Brian's even found some premises.
Premises. Premises. Not again, you silly old queen. When will you learn?
Some window shopping.
Window shopping. No one wants to see a man in a fucking frock. Not anymore. It's creepy.
It's a matter for all sorts these days. Street people will come.
Yeah, a few sad hen pies, that's all.
Street men too. They love a bit of fun.
Oh yeah, belting idea, absolute fucking goldmine. Let's put all your money into it, shall we, Brian, eh? And how much is that exactly? Eh? 500,000, a cool half? Or maybe a quarter? Or maybe, Brian, maybe it's a little bit less than that, innit? Because, Brian, you've got 40 fucking quid. 40 quid and some boots vouchers.
Stop it!
Yeah, and that's really going to buy you a club, innit? And pay for the marketing, the advertising, the fit out.
Stop it! I'm doing my best. There'll be more Harrys, more income.
Oh, right, so there's potential lodgers queuing round the block, is there? All dying to spend the night, scratching fleas off their asses, wondering why the kitchen is so full of 80...
Loungewear with an Iberian feel.
Just can't stop yourself, can you?
But this will all sell. Vintage.
I'll tell you something, alright? You're not right in the head, you're soft. If you think you can make any money from a load of old landfill, from this bunch of tranny dresses...
You seem happy enough to take my money, but those count of the subs I've given you.
I need just enough money to get wasted, mate. Not enough to buy a potential fucking drag club.
But to be fair, he wasn't planning on buying anywhere, he's just looking.
Nah, mate, I've seen it all before. He's off his nut, in fairyland.
I don't know why you have to undermine me.
I don't have to undermine you, Brian. Reality, that undermines you. Remember what happened last time, eh? Margaritas, balloons, an inflatable for every occasion.
People make a lot of money from balloons. People like balloons.
You didn't make any money from it, did you, Brian?
Gas cylinders.
Come again.
The gas cylinders, the helium, was so expensive.
The gas cylinders, well, yeah, you did go through quite a bit of it, didn't you? Prancing up and down Canal Street, handing out balloons to everyone and letting them go. Fly, my pretties, fly! You couldn't see the sun, there were so many fucking balloons.
It was marketing, promoting the product.
It was almost an eclipse.
I can't take much more of this.
Okay, I've got some tickets.
What?
Tickets for the show tomorrow night. The Vols Bourgeois. Come and see the show?
Really?
Yeah.
Harry.
Come and see me and the lads doing our thing.
Harry, that's wonderful.
It's good tickets to front row of the dress circle. I might even be able to get you some drinks for the interval on the house.
How exciting! A night at the theatre. This is exactly what I'd hoped for.
You're invited too, if you want to come.
6 well-fit blokes in tight pants.
Yep.
I think I could manage that.
This is fantastic. I haven't done anything glam for ages.
You'll enjoy it.
Yes, I will.
It'll be a chance to reprise your entrechats.
Real dance, real art. This is exactly what I'd hoped for. New people, new places. I'm going to prepare myself, sartorially and spiritually.
Fucking wanker. Let me brew go cold. You don't fancy a proper drink, do you?
What, alcohol?
He's got some cans in here somewhere.
No, I don't normally drink during the week. You know, athlete.
Go on, one drink won't hurt. You're not someone with your physique.
Okay, just a small one.
They only come in one size, mate.
Don't you need to get dressed?
No, I don't. So, it's just you and me then.
You were a bit hard on Brian before.
I'm gonna get a bit hard on you.
He seems a bit vulnerable, do you know what I mean?
Not the word I'd use.
He's like an innocent, isn't he?
I rescued him.
Rescued Brian.
He depends on me.
I can see that you're close, yeah.
He can't hardly make a piece of toast on his own.
Oh no, come on, he doesn't look as bad as all that.
You wait. Autistic spectrum. He'd be lost without me. Totally fucking out of it. You should have seen it when the drag act went belly up. There were dark days, Harry. Dark days.
Was it a,
Overdose. I have to be strong enough for the both of us.
Yeah, I can tell those are some real muscles, mate.
I was a bricky once, you know.
Not a chartered accountant.
A bricky, mate. Working out in all weathers gives you a real appetite.
Oh yeah, dancing gives you an appetite too.
Gets you all sweaty.
Yeah, very, very sweaty.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 15-minute interval.
Just past there. She looks like shit.
Poor love. She's had a big night. Been out on a date with one-eyed Susan. They've been around the Chinese again. I could tell immediately. She had those glazed monosturgeon glutinate eyes.
Totally fucking wasted.
They seem to get on, don't they? Her and Susan. They have a lot in common.
Well, they are both basically nearly dead.
That. Pally. Proper girlfriends.
What's that you're cooking there, Brian? It's rancid.
Bacon.
It don't smell right, that, Brian. It's rancid.
I mean, it's all perfectly innocent, Betty and Susan. They're just good friends. But they are fond. You can tell.
Tell what?
That they are fond. Close. Loving.
You think your dogs are lesbian?
No. No, not really. Well, maybe. A parent should never make assumptions. I love the same, whatever she is. I just wanted to be happy.
I'm totally fucking wasted. I think I might be sick.
Again? I'm surprised there's anything left inside you after your last episode. Did you clear up in the bathroom? Remember, we've got guests.
Sort of, yeah. Sort of like drowned, yeah.
Trick, really? Do I have to go upstairs? I'll be back soon and I don't want to see whatever you've done.
Don't worry. By now, Betty's probably licked it all up.
The bacon now to burn. Shit. Remind me. I'll go clear up later. I don't think the bacon smells too bad. Okay. Shall I do a few eggs? Do you fancy me?
Christ, Brian, I've just pebble dashed the floor.
Not a man, baby. And it could stabilise Dickie Tonic.
Revolting.
Have it your way. I'm hungry. My nose gives me an appetite. It's the tannins. Better fluff your bellies, didn't we?
The smell's setting me off.
Here. Open this. Let's really focus on the tomatoes, and you'll feel less dizzy. What did you think about Harry's show, The Dancing? To tell you the truth, I was a bit apprehensive. Modern dance. If I opened another bottle, would you have a glass?
Jesus Christ!
Will I, won't I, yes, no. Yes.
Brian, I think it's starting to go the other way.
You did make me laugh at the theatre. When we were waiting in the foyer. That poem video was years ago. But he recognised you immediately, didn't he? Wonderful powers of recall that man had. Every nuance of your performance. In such detail. I want to know how you could tell Job Seeker's Orgy 4 from Job Seeker's Orgies 1 to 3. Plus it's the tomatoes. He was a funny looking man, wasn't he? Extremely tall. Long thin streak of a girl. All legs and plits. Usually they say tall people have slow reactions, but my God, he was a fast mover after you. Big strides. He nearly got away.
I can't see out my left eye.
I think you could have been nicer. Because of the tall man. He didn't mean any harm. Well, you know, not really. I know you couldn't have done what he wanted. Not there in the foyer, but you could have, I don't know, sent him a signed photograph or something.
Of what? Christ, I'm never drinking again.
It's an unusual demographic, the audience. A curious slice of queer Manchester. Normally they say, you know, that modern European expressionist dances in everyone's tacit dictate.
I can feel it in my guts. It's bubbling down through my stomach.
Lovely seats though, weren't they? Harry did us proud. A totally unobstructed view. Did you notice the unobstructed view? Did you notice that? See, I was taking notes. And some tips for any future leisure industry developments I might be involved with, you know? And actually, this bacon does look a bit odd.
It's coming out the other end.
Well, two rashes were furry. Bacon isn't normally furry. Come again?
It's coming out the other end. It's gonna be volcanic.
Excuse me.
It's burning. It's gonna be a lava flow.
Well, better out than in. I'm still not sure what I thought of it, the valse bourgeois. I mean, a name like that, it's not calculated to appeal to the aspiring and queer middle classes. Do I get a touch of contempt? But to look at, well, I don't think I really grasped it. But to see such nice-looking boys, they were so limber. Handsome lads, eh, Trick? Wouldn't kick them out of your next job seekers orgy.
They look very good, you know.
Do you want a bucket? Shall I put some newspapers on the floor?
Oh, fuck!
Clench! Clench if you can! We are now leaving Downing Street for the last time. Oh, James, I want to thank all the lovely people who work with me, who make my frocks and did my hair. Because without you, I am nothing. Nothing. The membrilla without the cheese, the tapas without the shell. I want to thank the lovely Denise, my husband, without whom, except I want to thank the team of nurses who plug me into the mains at night and plug me again in the morning. And big special muchísimas gracias to all the people who send cards and flowers, which I hate and have thrown away because they were so ugly, covering the germs of poor people. Big rubbish. It's been 11 and a half wonderful years. Wonderful. We've achieved so much. I have a rich, deep mahogany tan. My hair is as sold as a helmet. Above all, I have bought a new house. This house. And have a very small post office savings account. We are blessed. There is booze in the kitchen cupboard, and the promise of more. And along the way we've made some good friends. Although, Sir Geoffrey, where are you, Sir Geoffrey? You're not the donkey. Proved to be a bit of a liability. And now, as we leave Downing Street for the last time, I want to say that Lily Savage will be a wonderful chat show host, and that, under the name of Paul O'Grady, has in due course the makings of a fantastic Prime Minister. In the meantime, I'm off to sunny, sunny Spain. Viva España, my darlings. Harry, back from the show? Just one more. Did you pass trigger in the hall? Not feeling too well? Something boiling down below? That's not to ask. I'll get too near the bathroom. May not be very nice in there. You want a tomato? Just down my chin. Not for the first time. Poor Trig. That won't be the end of it. But with the hangover later. He's not robust, not with booze. As big than his stomach. Still, he's got Betty up there with him, for company. But I'm not sure she'll be much of a comfort. Came back from a night out with one-eyed Susan in the door, face like thunder, noodles everywhere, and straight up the stairs. Not a word of please or thank you. Maybe they had a row or something. She didn't say. It could just be that Chinese food simply disagrees with her. It disagrees with me, and that's a fact. The oyster sauce really flushes me out. So, then, back home. It all went well.
I thought, well, no, I kind of expected that we might go out for a drink afterwards, just a quickie.
Oh, Harry, were you waiting?
I thought you might actually still be there.
Still at the theatre?
You know, might have stayed after the interval.
Well, we would have stayed.
Stayed for the second half. Because I
It
thought...
was a mess.
No, well, I hoped.
There was a problem.
No, I thought that... Sorry, this is probably patronising of me, but I thought that I was kind of doing you a favour getting you tickets, you know, a friendly gesture.
Oh, you were. I loved it. It was fantastic. I was just saying to Trig that modern dance isn't everyone's idea of a night out. Wasn't it a wonderful full house? Marguerite Yoder would kill for an audience like that. And they loved it. We loved it. We would have stayed.
Only, instead of the post-show come down with friends, a little drink in the bar, chilling with new friends, that I got tickets and a bottle of, what was it?
A Prosecco.
A bottle of Prosecco, yeah, no. Instead, what I got was a post-show bollocking from the front of house manager.
Did you? Harry, I know what you're going to say, and I just want to say here and now,
A big whoosh, flamethrower in the face, burn off my fucking eyebrows, bollocking.
Harry, I feel responsible. I feel responsible.
Yeah, and then I got a second bollocking from our tour manager, an absolute fucking roasting from her. And now this I wasn't expecting because I kind of thought it was all over, I thought it was all done. I got a third sensational bollocking from, of all people, a very agitated, really very agitated pensioner who had waited for us at the stage door.
The man flew up to the stage door as well.
No, I don't think so, Brian, no, because this very frail and, despite his age, amazingly, vigorously angry old man said that his learning disabled son was now locked inside their Ford Prius in tears. Floods of fucking tears, because two of my guests had, after a headbutt and a casual chase through the auditorium, cornered him, the son of the very fragile, aged man, in the circle bar, and pretty much reduced his life to ruins. Something about offering him a handjob in return for an interval ice cream. Does that ring any bells, Brian?
Harry,
You see, what I'm finding puzzling is, I think I made it quite clear, in fact, I think it was the very premise of why I'm here, why we met, that this is my first tour. It's my first big tour. Had you grasped that? Because I promise you the tour manager has, yeah. She made it really clear. So, what I want to know, Brian, is, because now that I've had a little chance to calm down on the way home, because, funnily enough, I was pretty seriously angry, like really very, very angry, is, why was it necessary to shaft me so completely? Why did you think it was a really great, really first-class way of repaying my stupid, misguided gesture by getting plastered? By casually abusing a fragile man who was out for the evening with his equally fragile, aged parents? And then by getting booted out of the building, literally manhandled out of the building in Trigger's case by the bar staff? That's what I want to know, Brian. I'm listening.
I'm so sorry.
No sorries, just why?
We meant to stay. I meant to stay. I was looking forward to it. It's all my fault. Trigger just isn't good at dealing with his fans. And the tour man was very, very provoking. The things he asked him to do in the foyer with no rehearsal or anything.
Okay, just go back to the beginning and explain.
Yeah, we went out for a few drinks.
A few.
After dinner, so, tush.
So that's 5 hours of drinking before the show.
5. Everything was okay. We were having fun.
So you got to the theatre completely rat-arsed.
Merry, definitely, but still respectable. We collected our tickets from the box office. Saw that you'd arranged drinks for us, all ready and waiting. And it was so sweet. I was touched. Honestly, I want to apologise. I really do. We had trouble finding our seats.
Yeah, the front of house manager said.
So he remembered us.
Oh, I think you'll find it hard to forget Trigger. You left him with some severe groin area bruising.
Ah, yes, he grabbed you.
Yes. And do you remember what he was singing at the time?
Not very clear.
Bring on the lads, let's see their nads.
He was excited, bless him. That was a reference to how you might look in your dancing leotard. He made that up himself.
Yeah, and then after you were seated, there was jeering.
He was a bit tanked up, a bit hyper. But Harry, this funny-looking man came up to us into the interval. I didn't know he was disabled or anything. We didn't know. This funny-looking man started asking Trigger a load of innocent questions.
Did he?
And it was flattering at first, in a way. He was obviously a great enthusiast for Trigger's work on the screen. He'd seen the whole Job Seekers Orgies franchise, honestly. But Trigger lost his temper, and higher words were spoken. You know the rest.
The headbutt and the scene in the circle bar. Yeah.
Harry, I'm so sorry. I feel ashamed.
Do you?
I'll make it up to you. Special breakfasts all week. Black pudding, Rice Krispies, whatever.
Do you know what I think?
Harry, I'm devastated.
I think it was sabotage.
Harry, I would never!
Sabotage. I was torpedoed. Now, I'm not saying that a jealous old queen. I'm not saying that a jealous old queen decided that since her stage career was over, mine shouldn't be allowed to begin.
How could you
I'm just saying that that's how it turned out. That the old queen,
Please.
the older man, just didn't care.
That's not
Didn't
true.
care about a younger man's hopes or ambitions, or didn't care enough, and so it just happened carelessly.
Harry, that's not fair.
But you know what? It's also sabotage in another way.
I would never.
Because I don't think that you're a wicked person. I don't think that you set out to screw things up for me. You're just a totally fucking careless person. And I can see now that we're in this kitchen in all this filth.
Harry.
In this absolute shithole that you have made for yourself. I can see what tonight was really about. It wasn't about screwing things up for me, not intentionally. You were screwing things up for yourself. It was self-sabotage.
Sam.
You were screwing things up for future Bryans. You had big plans. Change, escape, the Hot Club to Stretford. You were going to run theatrical digs and make some money. And then you do this to your first guest. It's hardly a recommendation. I pity you. I pity you, Brian, because you are amazingly, deliberately pissing on yourself.
I know I've been careless, I know,
Look,
but
that's
Harry.
what I think. You're shitting on your own doorstep and you're a total fucking liability as a landlord, and looking at you now, you are just a total fucking liability to yourself.
Harry, I'm so sorry. You're angry. You've a right to be angry. I behaved badly. I let Trigger behave badly. I should never have taken him, should I?
Probably not.
I'm so silly. It's okay. You got it right. Careless. Trigger was just looking for a night on the piss. He wasn't interested in your dancing. Not like me. Not really, I should know that.
Then why did you take him? You must have known that he would get pissed and then freak out or something.
I don't know. I don't really. He's a friend.
Yeah, he's a very unsuitable friend.
But you like him though, don't you? Last night you...
Yes, yeah, he's hot. He's a turn on, but maybe he's just not right for a dress seat, circle seat.
Perhaps not. Maybe I was just being silly. I didn't expect you to say that.
Say what?
The trigger wasn't suitable. Suitable. The word I thought you'd use.
What do you mean?
It's just, I thought, I got the impression, in your opinion, the trigger was very suitable. Proper manly man.
What are you getting at?
You said he was. Just as he was. Natural. A proper lad.
No, sorry. Analysing my language isn't the point.
But maybe it is. I know I've hurt you. I don't know it's my fault. But Harry, I feel so ashamed. But did you hear what you said a few minutes ago? Silly old queens.
I might have. Why?
You wanted to hurt.
Come on, Trigger calls you that, and you even say it yourself.
The expression I object to. Old queen. Well, I am. You meant it scornfully. You meant queen, as in silly, fussy, unmanly, queen. Spat the word out. That's what I'm saying.
You've lost me.
Yes, I think I have.
Are you trying to say that this is my fault? That for some reason to do with nouns, I've been humiliated at, shouted at, blamed, because that's bullshit.
I'm not saying that.
If anyone has a problem with naming things, it's you. I think you've got a problem with reality.
I made a mistake. A huge mistake. I was stupid and careless.
you were, and that's what Trigger says too.
Trigger says what?
Trigger says that you routinely failing to confront reality.
He used those words?
No, not exactly, but that was the gist.
Excuse me. You're quoting Trigger, me. Because if that's what you're doing, listen to yourself. Talk about grasp on reality. Who do you think got pissed as a skunk before he even got to the theatre? Who attempted, very conspicuously, and not very well, to conduct the music from his seat during your show? From his seat! His free, excellent seat you got him! Who rugby-tackled the man in the circle bar? Excuse me, but who is Trigger to lecture on reality? Do you know anything about him, Harry? Apart from what you see, which you obviously like. Do you know much about Trigger? One November morning when he was 15, he caught a 203 bus down the high road to Piccadilly. He left Drawsden with a plastic carrier bag full of Warhammer pieces, which was the most precious thing he could think of, bless him. And a pair of socks, because that was his idea of practical. That's all. He left his brother Doogie, who really exists, and his mum and dad, who really exist, and ran away from home. He started selling his ass outside the multi-story on Sackville Street. And he was a good-looking lad, so it ought to have been a flourishing little cottage industry. But it wasn't. He had no business sense, no guile. He was anybody's in the bus station cafe for a cup of frothy coffee. Couldn't cope on his own. Physically, yes, he was okay. Tough little guy. But mentally, no. He can't understand people. He can't read their faces. Money falls through his fingers. He loses things he can't manage. By the time I found him, he was in a terrible state. He was a stray. I took him in. Gradually, we found a way. He's had little jobs sometimes. That's hard for him to stick at it. He did the porn, which did his self-confidence power of good, and was money. Today, he's talking to his parents again. We even went to tea in Drawsden with Doogie and Pam, the certified accountants. It's a challenging evil, but we did it. Trig and me. In the meantime, he goes to the gym. He's a proud-looking boy. He likes to think he's looking after me. He's made his reality. We've made our reality. And this is it. A refuge.
I didn't know.
Do you know what scares me, even, is the implication of what you're saying. You think I don't have much of a grasp on reality? Well, maybe. It's possible. Marguerite was always shaky on the details. But exactly what kind of reality are you inviting me to embrace? Because it seems to me you're very bothered by what things look like. Trigger's a big, strapping man lad. Pure man. Because he looks it. Straight acting. Acting, pretending, not real. I'm silly old queen because I like a laugh. And, where possible, something sheer, cut on the bias. Dismiss me.
You know that's not fair.
Perhaps not. It's how it feels.
Okay then, well, I'm sorry if that's how it feels, but it doesn't exactly change anything, does it?
Yeah.
No, tonight, you shit all over me, you and Trigger.
I've said I'm sorry, I really am! So what are you going to do? About tonight?
I should move out, I should report you to the accommodation agency.
Will you?
I don't know. Look, it's late.
Yes. Of course. You dancers need your sleep.
Just, I can't take any more of this.
Of course not. Nice big breakfast.
Thanks. Actually, no thanks.
What can I say?
Nothing.
Even better.
about tonight.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I know you
Will he stay?
are. Harry. I don't know. Maybe. I hope so. Despite all your efforts.
Do you know what you're talking about?
Yes, you do. Don't worry. You're still my best boy. No rivals.
Promise.
Cross my heart.
I didn't.
No. Of course you didn't. You're a good lad. I understand.
I've got to.
Yes. To your trot. Up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire. You're not going to say goodnight?
I really...
Sleep tight.
Hi.
It's early.
Didn't mean to disturb you.
Pour us one, could you? Use anything that'll hold water. Don't worry. No muck. Thank you.
You've been here all night?
Plan. Just how it happened. And you're still here. Right.
Wouldn't want to leave without saying goodbye.
Bags were a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
Probably down at 6.
Well, this isn't easy.
But it would have been if I hadn't been sleeping in the kitchen.
Right. Well, this is awkward.
Very pet for a young, not used to midnight flits and hard bath. Don't worry. I'm a big girl. Get it?
I wanted to stay. I thought about staying. Do you know what I found when I got upstairs to bed last night?
The bathroom. I forgot.
No, the bathroom was fine. Spotless, in fact.
Oh, that's a relief. Trig's a good lad, really.
What?
It doesn't matter.
So, I got up to my bedroom and the door had been pushed open a little and there was Betty in the middle of my bed, fast asleep, dead to the world and snoring like a steam train.
Ah, bless her. She'd had a big night. Been out with her new pal again. They'd had a Chinese and reading between the lines, a bit of a row.
So, I sat in the chair, I watched Betty for about 30 minutes. Watched her wheezing, watched the bald patches on her abdomen go up and down.
Yes, funny looking shapes, aren't they? Her hair comes out in clumps. Don't know why.
I started to think that you were right. I am shallow, which is what you were saying.
I didn't say.
It's fine. I judge by appearances.
I shouldn't. I didn't mean to hurt you.
You didn't. Well, Yeah, you did, but it doesn't matter. Because you were right. And I sat and I listened to the noises of the house. I heard you and Trigger talking through the floorboards, and I heard him come up to bed, the stairs going, doors opening and closing, mattresses creaking, and I thought you were right about something else too. I've got life and performance modelled up.
I didn't say anything like that.
You did. That is what you said, as if I thought being a man was a performance and you act the part. When it isn't like that at all, you just are the part. Or it isn't even a part at all, you just are. Even if your version involves 1970s frocks and maracas or trackies and a #1 crop. You were right, I get it. And I decided, despite everything, I decided, despite last night's emphatic humiliation, that I would stay, because that's life. You know, grow up, man up, face the music.
Well done, you.
Yes, that is what I said too. Well done, Harry. Very adult decision. And I must have fallen asleep because when I woke up, Betty was gone. There was just a warm dint in the duvet where she'd been, and a load of hair and those nasty bits that she leaves everywhere.
Sorry, she's old.
I couldn't really get back into bed. Just smelled like dog. And I thought I'd get some fresh air, clear my head. I thought I'll head out into the yard and get some fresh air and look at the stars over Old Trafford, the big city, life, the unknowable future. So I tiptoed down the stairs into the hall, and that's where I discovered what Betty had done before she came to bed.
Everything they know comes next.
Shit, Brian. I trod in shit. In my bare feet, I trod in shit.
In the hall? Oh God, I'm so sorry. She always does that. It's because I was out, she gets anxious.
Shit, Brian, between my toes.
I'm speechless, defenceless. I'm so very, very sorry.
You know, there are limits, Brian. There are limits. And you are past them. You are well past them.
Of course there are.
I can't stay here.
I'll get rid of her. I'll take her to the dogs home. Or have her put down. I should probably go anyway. Wounds and scabs and she's almost blind. Oh God, I've screwed up everything. I just screwed it all up.
Come on, Betty isn't the problem.
But you could go. I could change things. No dog, clean floors. I'll tidy up a bit
No,
more.
this isn't about a bit of tidying up.
But Betty can go. In fact, she's gone. Out of the house. End of.
Okay, and if you put Betty down, are you going to put Trigger down too? Another of your charity cases. He's a parasite. You know that, don't you?
I can make it work. Honestly, I know that I've been careless, but there's nothing that can't be changed or proved.
No, it can't. You said it last night. This is as good as it gets. This is the refuge. This is the dog's home. It's waifs and strays, and it's not going to work. Look, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not right for here, for places like here.
Perhaps not. Maybe you're too hard for him.
I have to be focused.
Whatever it is. Doesn't seem to have much time for waifs and strays.
It's my career. The future.
Is that it? The future? I understand.
I'm sorry, Brian.
Honestly, don't worry yourself. You've got to do what's best for you. Look, sure he'll be up in a bit. I want him his breakfast.
Will you say goodbye to Trigger for me?
Unless you bench.
And you'll keep dancing. Beautiful. You've got a lot of poise.
A lot of something.
I better get going. Off to Dick and Dan, the dental technicians.
Wally Range, I remember. Well, I'd say I didn't warn you.
You warned me.
Just hope you like camp.
Good luck, Brian.
What do you think of the show?
Very good. Definitely come again.
Is there anything in particular you liked?
The performances were very good,
Excellent.
and also the space was very close to the stage.
Thank you. What did you think of the show?
It was great, thank you very much. We enjoyed it very much.
Anything in particular you liked?
Yeah, I was quite happy with the way the trans or drag thing, politics were sorted. I found that positive.
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought Stephen was very sexy.
Thank you. What did you think of the show?
It's really good, really funny. Really enjoyed it. Nice to see something a bit more off the beaten track and seeing people enjoying doing what we were doing as well. It's very good.
Anything in particular you liked?
It was nice to get that kind of local feel, so knowing it was a local writer, and knowing some of the references and that kind of, yeah, it's nice.
Thank you very much. What did you think of the show?
Yeah, really loved the show. It's brilliant. I've heard the 3-minute theatre a few times. It's the first time I've come down to watch the full show. I popped in now and again, and really enjoyed it. Definitely be coming again. So I'd recommend it to come down. It's alternative, it's modern, it's bohemian, and it's just what Manchester's all about. And I'd definitely recommend it to be coming again.
Thank you. What did you think of the show?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, really enjoyed it. I think the two halves have very different feel to them, and the surprise that came for me in the second half was when you started to find out the sort of relationship between Trig and I can't remember what the Queen was called. Brian, thank you. And how he'd kind of taken him in from an early age, and that was not clear in the first half. And so that definitely put their relationship in a completely different light. So that was an interesting shift. But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much. What do you think of the show?
Really good.
Yes,
really good.
Excellent.
Yeah, the second half wasn't quite what we expected, but it was good. Really good.
Is there anything in particular you liked about it?
We like the venue. Yes, very, very nice. Very friendly. And we'll come again. Oh, yes, we will. Definitely so. Yes.
Thank you very much. What did you think of the show?
It was great, man. Really, really good. Well written, well performed, loved the story. Some very good characters, very deep, and very nice. Really good show. Well done, everybody.
Anything in particular like?
I thought the writing was good. I thought there were fantastic gags in there. I loved that it was very related to Manchester. I loved some of the political references, all that kind of stuff. I thought that was really nice. And I took away from it the whole point of the idea that drag is dead and all this kind of thing, which I thought was really, really good. So, well done.
Thank you very much. What do you think of the show?
Video review of the show.
What do you think of the show?
I really, really enjoyed it. It's the first time I've been here and I've definitely liked it.
Anything in particular you liked?
It was, I like the honesty and the realism of it. It's really good. And the intimacy because of the space as well. But they're a very good performance of all of them. Very, very good and fantastic story.
Thank you very much.